Alright, morning guys. We're going to look at the indices first and then we're going to look at some currencies. So I think maybe the indices might be easier, potentially. S&P there on the daily, the moving average is pointing down and we are a sell at the high level. It's 1.14, so they're net long. Okay, so if it's a positive number, they're long. And there's the sell signal there for the S&P, and they went long at 4120. And if they continue to go long, then we can certainly fall, and we'll probably come down and take these supports out. So there's the S&P, so currently sell. I'll maybe wait for this to break for 4103 maybe. US 30, and then we'll look at some currencies as well. You can see gold is just not doing anything on the sentiment at all. And here's a buy on the US 30. So they went long, so we fell, like I said yesterday, and now they're shorting it, so we can come up. So the US 30 is a buy because they're shorting it, and the US 500 is a sell. So that is interesting. Yeah, so they're going long. So this should be falling. US 30 can come up because they're selling. So that's quite interesting. They're going separate ways. Yeah, so that is a buy. Every time they short it, we come up on price. So they sold it here, we come up. And when they sell it, when we come up, and when they buy it, we come down. So yeah, whether or not we're going to get across. So on the spreadsheet, there's an installation guide on how to install the trading station. You should get it. It's 100% recommended. If you don't get it, then you're doing yourself a disservice because it's so powerful, and you don't really want to be relying on the bulletins. You want to be looking at this. Whether or not this is going to continue, you don't know. But if you've got visibility of the trading station, you can just look at it and go, oh right, it is crossing. You might look at this in an hour and it might not cross, it might go higher. If this SSI line comes up, we'll fall. Okay, so it looks like they're selling it and it looks like we're going to cross. Okay, so potential buy there, and we've got a sell on the US 500, so that's a bit mixed. I mean, this might even teeter down and might cross. So we're 53%. So we'll come back to this at the end of the video and to see how that is. So remember 53.3. So gold's just very sideways on the sentiment, you would have seen, and not much to say there. Let's have a look at some. So this is the greatest probable trade for us in the QuasiDB service for a long, because they've shorted it really heavily, so we should come up. SLC above is 98.05. One below is 97.10, and we take those guys off, and you see how the MyFX book have shorted it, and so we come up. So that's how it works. Likely destination, and it's close. So this would have been a good one to hold because we had this on signals Tuesday, and so you would have been quite good to hold. That would have been a problem. We also had the GBPUSD. We'll have to see how that is. That was a short, so fairly okay to hold. There was a really horrible spike here. Because you always sell at the high level, and they've gone long. Because they've gone long, we should fall. So they went long here. 64.97. So yeah, 50 pips. They're in drawdown. So this would have been quite accurate. You would have been okay to hold. That spike might have taken you out. This is quite an aggressive spike. It's 80. Yeah, it's 80 pip move. It's just pretty horrible. 65 and 64.10. That was Tuesday's signal. You might have done okay if you held. That spike would have been horrendous, so you've got to be careful. EURUSD and GBPUSD. This was a buy for us, which I wasn't convinced about. And SLC below is very, very close. 107.04. One above is 108. We are a sell at the high level, and then it's probably the reason why we closed the signal. We reset the sheet at 10 PM, but that would probably invalidate the MyFX book is just sideways. So yeah, I think that we're probably going to get that now. Yeah, we're so close, we're like 2 pips away. Yeah, so we're going to grab that liquidity and maybe up to get that one above. So pretty horrible. This was a buy, like I say, but I wasn't convinced by it at all. We might be getting some kind of triangle formation actually. So now we've got like a wedge. Yeah, so this is going to be a bullish scenario. So take those stops. Up will come. But yeah, that's looking like a break, I think, and we're going to come and get that as I see above 108. So pretty horrible. I think it's going to be a bi-directional stop hunt by the looks of things. So yeah, I'm kind of glad. You know, we just had like a small loss. We had a 17 pip loss yesterday, which is fine. Probably the way to go, I think, is just to intraday, don't hold trades potentially, depending on like the scenario and what you're trading. Obviously, pound USD was a signal to short yesterday, and that's just horrible. It's just absolutely disgusting. That H4, it's not going anywhere. Look at that. There's that big spike down, which is a bit naughty because we broke monthly pivot. So there's SLC, but below is 125 and one above is at 126. So we are still at the high level, and they've gone long quite a lot. They went long, but then they got paid here. My FX book went long here. They got paid on that big move. It's 150 pip move. Yeah, so it's a bit naughty. Yeah, see, we really shouldn't be coming up. This move is naughty because they got paid a lot, even though it was a sell at the high level. So this was possibly moving due to fundamentals, or it followed the EURUSD. This was very, very naughty. You can see how we'd actually were a sell because we're above 50%, but yet we went up anyway. A lot. So I think maybe the lesson there is don't rely solely on your sentiment. Look at fundamentals and technicals as well. So really fundamentally, I suppose we were risk on, weren't we? The S&P and things were rallying, so this probably followed that. So this was very, very naughty. I think because of that, I would not be trading GU. That's just like completely ignored the sentiment. So I think maybe the short summary is to be very, very careful and don't trade today. Maybe trade after the ECB, and then we've got CPI tomorrow. So I would probably recommend trading after, and then at least we know which, like a clear direction with any luck. And this was very naughty. This is why this is a very difficult one to trade. And that's that. So let's have a look at the indices again. So they've gone more long. We were 53.3 and now we're 53.4, and yet we're coming up. So whether or not this is going to be legit candle, it shouldn't be going up. We should be falling because they're going long, but yet they're getting paid. So I would wait for a break of 4103, and there's actually a sell at the high level, but yet they're getting paid. So I don't know how genuine this candle is. It's probably a fake candle. And then we'll look at US 30, and then we'll wrap up the video. And did it cross? Yeah, we have crossed. We can see a notable cross. So that is a buy. So the US 30 buy, US 500 sell, but US 500 is going up when it shouldn't be. So whether or not that's a legit candle, we'll have to wait and see. It remains to be seen. And so yeah, I guess I'll just close the video now. It's not going to load, so hopefully it helps. Remember, US 30 is a buy, US 500 is a sell, that being red and that being green. So yeah, this is possibly going to be a naughty candle, but we'll have to wait and see, and get a copy of the trading station as well. If you don't get it, then I don't know what to say, because you need it, and it's 100% recommended. So trade safely. We're going to probably see a lot of volatility today and tomorrow, especially for the CPI tomorrow. We might absolutely tank. tomorrow. So I have to wait and see. Now it's not loading the sentiment, so I'll leave this running. Oh, there we go. Alright, it's just bugging out a bit. So hopefully it helps, and any likes and subscribes would be cool. Be very careful with the indices today and tomorrow. Be very careful with dollar, and especially be very careful with the pound USD as well, because that's just horrendous. We really shouldn't have made that big move, but yet we came up anyway a lot, which is quite scary. So yeah, I'll wrap up now and I'll speak to you soon.